50, dude. We're doing 50. You could say 50. We've done 50 of these. Let's do some Brazilian food. Basmati rice, black beans, and here's the meat. Oh, sorry. Meat with the sauce. How do I say this? Brazil? This cake. Boji fumba con queijo. So you know it's good. Boji punca po queijo. Jay-Z, you want to try this? We did good, I guess. Okay. Hey, we got to start cooking. Although there isn't that a whole lot to cook today. We're just going to be cooking a steak and cooking our asparagus. And then we're going to be heating we're going to heat up our pão de queijo in the oven for just a little bit at the very end. And then the last thing is I'm going to zap both of these because it's the easiest way to cook them. So I'm going to put those over here. This is our dessert, guys. Now, it's Parmesan cake, which the first time she made this at the house, I said, what are you talking about? This can't be good. And then it ended up being really, really, it's like, I can't even explain it. If you've never had it, because I had never had it. Maybe you have had it. Maybe you've been to Brazil. But you go, oh, there's cheese in there. And you go, ooh, it's sweet. And then you go, yeah. Why do I like that? And that's why we made it for you guys. That's why it was our choice. So we're gonna cut this little heart out. All right. You can cut up the less a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. All right. Okay. We're gonna put it in here. Now we gotta put it in here. Good cut. One more. Done. Put the salad in there. All of it. All right, pour it in there. It's a thick one. It's got avocado in it. It's avocado dressing.
It's an avocado dressing.
Yes, it is. You want to try it? You like it?
Yeah.
You want to try lettuce with it? It's a big one. Ready? Lordy. All right, we're going to put our crushed prosciutto, mozzarella. Then we're going to put half of this. I don't even know how you say this. Help me again. This. On the salad. It's like forro. Help me out. Farofa. Thank you. Why do people put farofa on everything?
That's canofa.
Farofa. This is the garbage. We got to put it in here.
Oh my
God. Does that taste right?
Yeah.
You like that one? You want to know what that is? It's farofa. I made that. Did you see these? You know what these are? Pão de queijo. I know how to say this. You know what these are? Pão de queijo.
Can I try pão de queijo?
You want a pão de queijo? Should we warm it up first? Oh, baby. Can you tell my kids have a Brazilian au pair? Because they've had more than one. They've had multiple Brazilian au pairs. And pão de queijo is always floating around this place. By the way, the inspiration for these dishes are the lovely ladies that have lived in my home that are from Brazil that cook food for us. And it's quite delicious. So I figured we'd share that with you. I got a straight up, real deal picanha here. So this is a cap of a sirloin, also known as the coulette. It's a 16-ounce piece of meat. We sous vide it at about 120 degrees. What's cool about this is what we did is we actually put the salt on it and we sous vide it with the salt. There's like this really coarse, crunchy salt that's on there. and the fat cap is still on there. So right now it's cooked to like a medium rare. And we're just gonna cook it and heat it up. We're gonna sear it in this pan. Now, if you have a sword, you can put it on a sword and cook it over fire. But you probably don't have a sword. I'm just gonna put it into this cast iron. Guess what?
What?
The rice is done. Basmati. So, this
Daddy.
is your beans. This has basically, from my first au pair, I learned that you basically take beef sticks, or like, it's basically a smoked beef stick, and you cut it up, you saute it with onion, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of carrot and celery, and then you add your beans to it after you've cooked your beans. So that's what this is. It's a black bean mixture, and it is fantastic. And that smoked beefy flavor, even though you're used to just eating it normal, like just one stick at a time, it's actually quite nice as a bean mixture. So we're going to cook our asparagus as well. Now notice, this is all pretty grill friendly. So all you'd have to do is zap, zap, bring this out to the grill, season it up with salt and pepper, and just grill them. Grill your asparagus and grill your steak. And notice I'm kind of hanging out with this. I'm not putting that on there, but if you had this out at the grill, just bring a piece of foil, and you would just kind of put these in a foil and just put them on the top rack or on like a very low heat. Same with this, you would just kind of put it on the side of your grill and just let it warm up. But this is pretty simple, and you can kind of just mix these around. Really, you're just trying to get a nice little sear on them. I like to kind of keep them all in one direction, just so easier to plate, easier to keep track of and pull out of there. A really nice sear on this fat cap. I'm just going to flip it and get a nice sear on the other side too. Turn my heat down just a little bit. I don't even know what you have there. I didn't know you had that toy.
I got it from the store.
Now, this is the actual point of the sirloin. So it's a sirloin cap, and it's kind of triangular. Okay, so this is the point, and then there's two other pieces that are kind of cut this way. So they'll be a little bit more rectangular, but each piece is going to weigh between 16 and 20 ounces. And the fat cap is left on there because that's part of the deliciousness of this cut. There is a little bit of silver skin. I'm just going to flip these again. And this vinaigrette is not one that you want to throw into the pan. And this is done. I'm just going to turn that off. So, last thing I want to do is put it right there. I'm going to pop this in the oven for a quick heat. And then with this, I'm going to put my pot of queijos on here like this. And I'm going to take it. I used to do this all the time, but I make a little ridge in my foil, just so the juices from my steak don't get anywhere near my actual pot of queijos. I'm going to pop this in the oven until it reaches an internal temperature of 120 degrees. You could even go a little less. You can probably do 115 degrees. But that's going to give you that perfect mid-rare going into medium after it rests for about 5 minutes. And this is just super simple. You can see what it would be like if it was grilled, right? It would just be nice little grill marks on it. But we're just trying to get a little bit of color on it, but we don't want to overcook it. We're going to get that out of the pan. What happened there? Huh? So this is a Parmesan vinaigrette. I asked her what a Brazilian steak sauce was, and we came to an agreement on something. And this is relatively the same recipe, but I'm going to put it on the very bottom of the plate here. And we're going to cut up our beef, put it right on top of that.
What's this, Dad?
But is it correct? Hot. Okay. Oh. Let's see where this beef ended up. She's licking her lips over here. She's like, I don't know if you guys know, but picanha to Brazilians is a pretty real deal situation. It's like prime rib to Americans. We'll just say this. Every Brazilian I've ever made this for, they have their opinion about whether or not it's right, whether or not they like it. And honestly, the best answer I've ever gotten from, the most consistent answer I've gotten from Brazilian folks that I know is that the seasoning on this is literally salt. That's it. You just season it with coarse grained salt. So this is actually seasoned with like a Malden flake salt. Oh yeah, it's like right there. A slice. So you wanna slice it thin like this because there is a silver skin, one that goes right underneath the cap, and that silver skin is no big deal as long as you don't slice it thick. Because if you slice it this thick, then you'll have a big piece of silver skin. So you're gonna want to slice it thin. So this is actually an absolute perfect mid-rare, like just perfect. So 1/4 inch slice is what I usually do. And I'll be honest with you, the best way to eat this is a way that I prepared it once with my last au pair. She had a bunch of people over, so I started a fire out at the fire pit. And I just had a little metal frame that I leaned up, and I just basically skewered it with little swords, and I just slowly cooked it over fire. Oh. So good. It really does taste like prime rib, to be honest with you. The fat content with the beef, like if you're wondering what it tastes like prime rib. 1, 2, 3, 4, hip. Oh, baby. Yeah. That is what you call the goods. So, let's plate our last two things here quick. There we go. Basmati. Fluff it. Okay. So, I'm just going to put this in its own dish because I'll admit, I can admit things. It's a bit foreign to me, but it's definitely necessary. So, woo! Hot para queso. Does anybody want a para queso? Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna slice this up. Come on, knife. What the hell? There we go. Okay, just finish that down. Paraquejo. No. This one's not paraquejo. This one is cake. What's it called? Bolo de fubá com queijo. Bolo de fubá.
Where are you from?
Say it again. You gotta say it slower. You can't just mesh it all together, right? Bolo de fubá. Bolo de fubá. Bolo de fubá. Bolo de fubá com queijo. Bolo de fubá com queijo. Bolo de fubá com queijo. Is that good? See? It's like I'm on TV. Is that bolo de fubá com queijo? You know what I'm talking about? We're all learning words today. So, take a look here, bud. You want to go over what we have? Let's talk about it. What are you eating right now? Have a bite? One bite? Little bite?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Pata queijo.
Yeah, tiny.
Delicious. All right, so we have our salad. It's got a green dressing that is thickened by avocado.
Timer.
We have basmati rice made with a little bit of chicken stock.
I got timer.
Thank you. A little bit of garlic oil. In here, mirepoix vegetables, garlic, chopped smoked beef sticks, and the black beans. Pata queijo, picanha, bolo de fado, bolo de
Where
fadeo,
did she go?
falado,
Fuba.
foba,
Yeah, football.
bolo de foba,
Fuba com queijo.
bolo de foba com queijo, picanha, and farofa, and then grilled asparagus with Parmesan vinaigrette. So, nice big meal this time. It is quite delicious. Hopefully you fall in love with this picanha. I know that I have. Tastes like Brazilian prime rib, baby. Can you say goodbye to everyone?
Bye. You found my iPhone.
Careful.
Okay. Ay, 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 ay.
Mmm. It's delicious.